What's going on, everyone? Happy Labor Day. I hope that you guys are having an amazing Monday. The stock market is closed today, but I wanted to share with you some very important either Fed meetings or Fed speeches that are actually set up for this week. I hope that this video gets you one step closer to your overall goal. And if it does, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. So let's go ahead and break down first for what Fed speeches or who from the Federal Reserve is going to be speaking this week. A lot of you guys should be aware that right now the market is really just focused on these interest rate hikes. Right now, the expectation or the market sentiment is that they're going to be more aggressive than what they thought based off of the last CPI data report. On Wednesday, we have Vice Chair going to be speaking at 12:35 p.m. This is Eastern time. So please make sure that you understand that on Wednesday, we're going to be having a speech around the middle of the day. So if you see stocks beginning to move, this is most likely why. We also have one at 2 p.m. and this is going to be from Vice Chair Supervision Michael S. Barr. Now, the one that I'm most focused on is going to be on Thursday. So this one's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, 20 minutes before the stock market opens. And this is going to be Jerome Powell, which is the head of the Federal Reserve. This is going to be a discussion 20 minutes before the market opens on Thursday. Add it to your calendar because whatever it is that he says, just like the last time, I don't know if you guys remember, on Friday of, I think, not last week, but the week prior, the market tanked because of what he said. And it's all because of the market sentiment and the way that the market reacts based off of, what it is that they previously thought, now and versus what they actually think shortly after that specific speech. Now, the last thing is going to be, this is Governor Chris Waller. I don't think it's as important, but at 12 p.m. Eastern time on Friday, there's going to be an economic outlook. Now, when it comes down to economic reports, ones that are pretty important are the non-manufacturing index that's going to be released tomorrow, 30 minutes after the market opens. And then the only other one that might have an influence is, as many of you guys know, because of what's going on in Russia and them cutting overall exports, right, to Europe, this obviously has played a negative role to the overall market. Right now, we're seeing oil prices beginning to rise, especially, I actually don't even know if I announced this yet, OPEC also agreed that in this up and coming month, they're going to cut back on production. This is just, again, another thing that might cause oil prices to continue to rise. Now, this is going to be very bad, right? Because we've seen that based off of our previous CPI data report, oil prices were finally coming down. Now with what Putin did over there in Russia, and then now with what OPEC is now trying to do, cutting back production, this might make oil prices begin to rise month over month. And this is where we might see a discrepancy on that CPI data report in the months to come. So please make sure that you understand the domino effect of how their actions have reactions and how they have consequences to this overall inflation report that we receive once a month, right? And then, so we have the EIA inventory crude oil report that's going to be released 11 a.m. Eastern time. Other than that, everything else is pretty basic, I would say. The only thing that I did want to share with you guys is, let me go ahead and head on over here. Right now, Nasdaq futures, which is the Nasdaq market, we can see that right now we are trading up nearly 0.5%. So what that would mean for TQQQ, which is the triple leverage ETF, is we would be up nearly 1.5%, more like 1.2, maybe 1.3% on the day if the market were to open right now. But one thing that I want to remind you is we are trading within this range of overall highs of around 12,170 to overall lows of 12,000 really as the support. So if we continue to trade here, it's trying to show signs of a support level, but what I want to see is clear direction. I want to see us break above and make higher highs or higher lows, or break below and make lower lows and lower highs. I normally don't like to trade during choppy markets when direction is unclear, because again, direction continues to change without there being an actual sense of direction. So I would rather it break above and begin to recover, or break below and begin to sell off. And with that, I can determine if I'm going to go into TQs if we break above, or I go into SQs if we break below. So very simple. I'm very excited to follow up with this up and coming week. I do want to remind you that if you guys have any questions, you can always direct message me via Discord. I just wanted to make sure that I would be of value for you, for those that were unaware of these economic reports that we're going going to be released this week, as well as the up and coming Fed meetings and how they can influence the overall market. I do want to remind you that on September 13th is our next CPI data report, which is known as the inflation report. That's probably going to be one of the biggest things that you need to look out for in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Now, one of the things that I do want to remind you is, again, we are running our Labor Day sale. It's the last day that we're going to be running a sale at $150 off. So if you've been waiting for our biggest discount, now is the time. It's all inclusive. It's one-time payment and it's lifetime access. So if you want to watch me trade live every day, if you want access to our group chat, the A to Z video lesson library, and the HQ, it's, again, a one-time payment, lifetime access, and right now it's $150 off, and that's that second link in the description down below. Now, for the shop Tech Buds, one thing that we do want to let you guys know is we have a Labor Day sale, and it's today only. The entire store is 30% off and double the points. So for every $1 you spend, it equals 10 automatic entries. So a Wall Street shirt would earn you 250 automatic entries towards our iMac giveaway. And this giveaway doesn't end in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months. It literally ends in 4 days. So again, if you want to enter to win this iMac, right now we're doing double the points, and it's for every $1 you spend, it equals 10 automatic entries, and this applies automatically at checkout. And you also get 30% off today, your entire order. And that's at shoptechbuds.com or the fourth link down below. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me either via Discord, first link, or via Instagram, third link. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.